my name is HAPruitt, and I'm the author of the Anathalian series, and I am also an editor. And in this video, I'm going to give you an editing tip, and it's kind of a long editing tip because it's a couple things, but what I'm going to talk about in this video is how to use and how to put in your manuscript hyphens, in dashes, and im dashes. Most people know about hyphens. Some people know about im dashes, but like even before I got into writing and publishing, I didn't even know in dashes existed. And so it's common for, it's common when I'm editing, it's common when I'm talking to other people for me to talk about in dashes or im dashes and then be like, what? And so I wanted to make this video so I could show my editing clients or just anybody who wants to know this, what I am talking about when I say use an im dash or use an in dash. Just you know, for information out there for everybody to use and share. So what I'm going to do in the video is I got on my computer and I showed you how to do it, and I showed you examples from my writing how to use these. And I want to say two things before I get into that. First, when I included an im dash, I say to get rid of the word after the im dash, and that was just my brain being weird. I didn't mean get rid of the word after the im dash. You need no spaces around an im dash. It's connected right up against the word, and it has to have words unless you're being interrupted, and then it's right up against the quotation marks. But I just meant the extra space. Get rid of the extra space after the word. That'll make sense when you watch it. And also I wanted to say that I did not say one use for an im dash. An im dash, the longest dash, can also be used for extra information. What's coming in the video, I say it's usually used for interruptions, but it can also be used for extra information. Like, whoa! Caught that. Don't worry, it's just my baby knocking my camera down. But we're okay. Be careful, okay? So, it kind of like that. No, that was an interruption. That was not extra information what just happened. So it would be like, the villain smiled evilly. Very, very evilly. That's a horrible example. But, like the wording. But that you would use an im dash if you add, like, that extra information of very, very evilly. That's such a bad example. But I hope you know what I mean. If you have questions about anything, if you want examples, I'm much better at writing than I am at talking about writing. So if you want examples, please ask in the comments. If you still want to know how to find the in or im or hyphens, ask in the comments. Ask anything you want in the comments. And just watch the following, and I hope you learned something, and I hope it helps you become a better punctuator. So here you go. So here are some examples of im dashes, and im dashes are the long dashes, the longest dash that you'll probably use in your manuscript. And it's mostly for interrupting. It can be one character interrupting another character, or it can be a character interrupting himself or herself. So I'm gonna read down here. It's Hyperium's best end, I do tell you, and we can bring you anything you like. Mum, Regulus, please fetch me some tea. Oh, what sort of tea is your preference, good queen? And so there, we have Regulus and his mom talking, and Regulus starts to say mum, and you can see the im dash, and then she interrupts him and starts saying, Regulus, please fetch us some tea, and then she interrupts herself with a thought, oh, what sort is your preference, good queen? And so that's two examples, the character interrupting another character and then a character interrupting themselves. And you can also have im dashes in prose, not dialogue, if you want to set off something. It's similar to the idea of a character interrupting themselves to say something, kind of like an aside. And here we have an example of a hyphen, and most people know what hyphens are for. It's two words that act as one word together, and sometimes hyphenated words, they can be separated and each word can function as its own word, but sometimes hyphenated words can't function apart. Like the word unhyphenated is a hyphenated word, un hyphen and then hyphenated, which is really ironic. But in this case, my example here, week old morsel. And the week old, we can say week can be by itself and old can be by itself. But right here, I'm using week old as the adjective for morsel. And since those two words act as one word together, as one adjective together, you hyphenate them. Okay, so right here is a good example of the difference between the M dash and the N dash. So the N dash technically is like, it has one very odd use, but most people would only really use it for showing time, like 1940 to 1941. That's where you would use an N dash. And it doesn't really usually have another use besides that. So this is just me. And other people may say it's wrong, but this is just me. I like to use my N dash for stuttering. Like, you can't, he's, and so there's the N dash in between he and he's because she's stuttering, but then someone cuts her off. No, he's not. And so I use the M dash for the interruption. I have seen books use M dashes for stuttering. I have seen books use hyphens for stuttering, but in my opinion, I feel like the hyphen and the M dash have such specific jobs in a manuscript that I feel like the N dash does a better job differentiating between someone stuttering and someone is being cut off. Because sometimes when we talk, we can cut ourselves off. But sometimes when we're talking, we're stuttering. And I like that the N dash is a little bit shorter than the M dash to show that stutter, but it's also a little bit longer than the hyphen to show that there's a longer space there. So like I said, using hyphens for stuttering is my preference. And I haven't found, I've looked it up, I've looked in my copy editing handbook, I haven't found what the proper use for stuttering is, and it seems like everybody does something different, but just my preference, and if I'm your editor, I'm going to suggest using N dashes for it because they look different than the other things, and so they show something different is happening here with the he's and then being interrupted. Okay, in this part of the video, I'm going to show you how to put the hyphen and the N dash and the M dash into your manuscript. I have my waterfalling manuscript open and I'm in the thanks. I'm going to put those in, not necessarily where they are supposed to go. I'm just showing you the example of how to find them. So my cursor is right here with thank you, and I'm going to make that one word. That's not correct. But, okay, so to find your dashes, go to insert, right here, the tab, click it, go all the way over here in this little box on the far right where it says equation and symbol, and you're going to click on the symbol. And I have my N dash and my M dash and my ellipsis lined up, but if you haven't used those, they probably won't be there. So click on more symbols. It'll open this box. You're going to go to symbols, the tab called symbols, font, this box normal text, subset, general punctuation, and right here you're going to see a bunch of different dashes. And when you click on them, it will say down here what it is. And right now I have the N dash selected. So you select whichever one you want, and then you press insert, and right there where I put my cursor, it inserted the N dash. Okay. And then once you select them with your symbols, then it will show up over here just when you click down. And now it's the most previous one used. I don't know if that's correct, but it's the most previous one used, N dash right there. So, and you do that with the other ones. This really long one, that's the M dash. It tells you what it is. And there's the character code, 2014. What's the character code for the N dash? The character code for the N dash is 2013. Maybe that will help you. And then you have your hyphens over here. They're the shortest dashes. Just the normal hyphen is 2010, and it's a little one right there. And if you want to insert it, you just press insert, and you can see the difference. Okay, I'm going to close my little box now, and you can see the difference right here. I'll make spaces so you can see the difference, because Like, you may not think there's a difference between the hyphen and the in dash, but there is. See, there's a little bitty hyphen on the right side and the in dash on the left side. I know it's not much, and your readers probably won't notice it, but they might. And the in dash just creates that little bit more space, a little bit more breathing room, differentiates between the hyphen and something a little bit more. And I'll put in the M dash so you can see what it looks like too. It's the longest one. My symbols, like I said, is right here because I clicked on it. And see how much longer that is than the other two. It's like the other two put together. And also on the keyboard, there's no N dash on the keyboard, but there is the hyphen, which is here. The hyphen is there. No shift key, just the plain hyphen. And you get your hyphen. There it is. Oh, you can't see the other screen, but it's up there. And then if you want to make the M dash pop up, you press the hyphen twice. So I press my hyphen twice. And now you can see it right here with the thank you. And it has the two little bars. But to make it into the M dash automatically, you put a space after your word, and then you'll want to get rid of your word. But it made it into that M dash. I don't like to do that. It's just a thing I have. I like to do the insert symbol to make sure it changes it to what I want. But you can do that if you feel comfortable with it and you're not crazy like me. So that is how to insert hyphens, N dashes, and M dashes into your manuscript. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments below. So that is how to find hyphens, N dashes, and M dashes on your computer when you're writing, and how to use them properly. Again, if you have any questions, please ask them in the comments below. I will be more than happy to answer your questions in writing, because I write better than I speak. My words come out and I don't really know what they say sometimes. That's why I'm an editor and an author. But, baby. Okay, sorry. Please like this video, please subscribe, please comment, please share this video with your friends, tell other people about it. This is M dashes and this is N dashes if they want to learn. And thank you for watching. Bye! If you want to know more about Anathalion or HAPruitt, please follow me on Instagram at HAPruitt. You can find me on Amazon as an Amazon author, HAPruitt. Please watch my YouTube channel and all my cool videos on my channel, HAPruitt Anathalion. You can find me on the Facebook page, HAPruitt Anathalion. You can follow me on Goodreads by the name HAPruitt and the book Anathalion, or you can go to my website where so much cool stuff about Anathalion is. The website is HAPruitt.com.